Alright, welcome back to Red Dead Redemption. This is part 7, and it's going to be the first part in the second section of the series, Land of Opportunity. And in this section of the series, we're just going to run around New Austin and do some miscellaneous tasks before doing the assault on Fort Mercer. So, from where we last left off, at Lake Don Julio, you can kill a duck. They'll just be flying in the air around the lake. And that will be another animal on the roster for unnatural selection. You can go ahead and loot it and get its feathers to make sure that it's a duck. And then from there, we're going to head to Armadillo. Now, we're also going to be doing a bunch of strangers tasks in this mission and some other miscellaneous stuff. So it's going to be kind of all over the place. But we're basically going to be doing all of the strangers tasks in New Austin from left to right over the next few episodes. So just be ready for that. Once you get to Armadillo, there's a couple things you want to do here. Number one, you want to check if you have medicine in your inventory. You should, unless you've been drinking it all the time. And if you don't, you want to buy it from the doctor here. Otherwise, you want to buy a survivalist map from the shopkeep here. And if you have enough money, you can buy the improved camp as well. So buy those things, make sure you have medicine, and then you want to call your horse over, and we're going to make our way to the scratching post. Now that's going to be all the way on the west side of the map, towards the bottom of New Austin, right here. I couldn't find it, but it's right there. We're going to start over there because there's a stranger mission over there that we want to do for an outfit objective, and because we need to do all the stranger tasks. So go ahead and make your way over there. Again, we're just traveling here, so I went ahead and sped up the footage. But make your way over there. Now here, I did get the Baller Gang twin objective to spawn. This is one of them that you can get. It'll be a guy surrounded by a bunch of Baller Twin gang members with some carriages, some dead horses, and a chest you can see right next to one of the carriages. And you want to protect him, make sure he survives, and kill all the gang members. And then you want to talk to him, and that will be another scrap for the Baller Twin gang outfit. And again, this randomly spawns. You won't get it here every time. You'll get it in other places. You might have gotten it before me. You might get it after me. But it's completely randomly spawning. You can do it whenever in free roam. And that is also not the only one that spawns. There might be one that spawns where the Baller Twin gang kind of rides into a town and starts shooting at people. If you kill all of them there, then that will also count towards the outfit objective. Now, once you enter the area of Gaptooth Ridge, you can actually go into your satchel and use your survivalist map. And you want to ride around and look for desert sage. Now, I picked up some red sage here because I couldn't remember if what I needed was red sage or desert sage. So I picked up 2 red sage and then went and checked. And I was like, oh, it's desert sage. So don't get any red sage. Get the desert sage. The red sage obviously is going to be red. Desert sage is going to be purple. And if you wanted to wait on using your survivalist maps till you are more deep into Gaptooth Ridge, you can do that as well. That way you don't get as many red sage and you get more desert sage. But here we are, getting our first desert sage, and we're going to need 6 of those. And here is number 2. And you don't need to stop and go out of your way to get these. You can pick them up as you're doing the next few objectives since they're all kind of in the Gaptooth Ridge region. So if you don't feel like going out of your way to get them like I am here in the guide, then don't do that. Ignore the disconnected from Xbox Live notification. I was having internet problems while recording, but it's not a big deal. Now that right there is the stranger mission we want to do. I didn't mark it exactly because I couldn't remember exactly where it was, but that's the stranger that we need right here. So here's another desert sage. And I wanted to show on the map that this is exactly where he is, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to him real quick. Once you talk to him, you'll get a little cutscene, and you will get the task added to your journal. And we're just going to finish up getting the desert sage here. Again, you don't need to go out of your way to get these. You can do them as we do the other objectives on the list. But I'm going out of my way for the guide. Now this is a random event that just spawned for me. I was just helping a guy who was getting attacked by a cougar. And I got my last desert sage, so that will be survivalist challenge completed, number 2 of 10. Now if you wanted to, you could also stop and pick up red sage. You're going to need 13 of those though, and we're going to do that later. You will only need 6 for the survivalist challenge, but you'll need more for some other side quests that we're going to do later on. So you could stop and do that right now, but I'm going to wait on that and do that in a different episode. But you could totally do it using the same survivalist map if you wanted to. Now here we're going to set up camp, and I'm going to save the game. Make sure it's still daytime. And then we're going to reload the game. And once you do that, it'll actually put the next mission marker for California, for talking to Sam, on the map. So go ahead and mark that all the way at Cueva Seca and ride there. And once you get about here, it'll mark him on the map. So just go up and talk to him again, and it'll update the journal entry. And once you've done that, we're just going to do the exact same thing. We are going to use our camp in an open clearing. Save the game. And reload the game. And once you do that, it will again put the next mission marker for California on the map. So go ahead and mark that and go to that. Again, we are in free roam during all of this, so if you find any of those free roam objectives that we need, feel free to do those. You're going to need a treasure hunter saved if you haven't done that, and the baller twin gang outfit objective for saving civilians or citizens from the baller twin gang. Once you make it to Sam, you can talk to him one more time. You'll get a cutscene, and this time we're going to do something a little different. Instead of saving at a campsite, we're going to go all the way to Rathskeller Fork, because there is another stranger mission that we're going to need to do there. So I might as well do that, save the game, reload, and finish up California. Now, once you get here, you can go talk to this guy here. You get a little cutscene, and he'll tell you to go find his horse. Well, his love, which is a horse. You don't need to get back on your horse yet. You can go ahead and save the game here at the player house that we have already purchased. So, save the game, reload, make sure you reload. Make sure it's daytime. And I went ahead and pulled my horse off the hitch because I do have the Spurred to Victory achievement. If you don't have it yet, then maybe don't pull it off the hitch. You know, you got to keep following all the same rules if you haven't got the achievement yet. Although if you're following the guide exactly, you should have the achievement. So from here, we're going to head all the way to the next objective for California. Again, speeding up the footage because it's just travel. And once you get here, you should see Sam's dead body, the vulture, You can go ahead and kill that and loot it. If you didn't already kill a vulture for the unnatural selection achievement, there's another one there, of course. And also, we're going to need to collect a bunch of feathers, so might as well. But you're going to loot Sam's corpse, you'll get a letter. And then we can head towards the mission marker for Jeb's mission here. You're going to have to go around Tumbleweed and make sure you don't start the gang hideout by accident. So you're going to talk to this woman, and she's going to ride Lucy all the way back, so you have to lead her with your horse all the way back to Rathskeller Fork. Not a big deal. Just travel. Again, I sped up the footage because it is just traveling on a dirt road. And once you get here, you can get off your horse and talk to him again. You'll get a cutscene, and afterwards you will get the Strange Things Are Afoot achievement for completing your first stranger task. Now from here, we're going to go all the way to Ridgewood Farm because we're going to do this horse breaking job. Now this isn't a stranger task, but it is a job, and you need to complete all the jobs in the game at least once to get the 100%. That includes this horse breaking job in Ridgewood Farm. And might as well do it because it's right there. And like I said, we're doing everything in New Austin from left to right. Sort of. From left to right. So go ahead and start that and make sure it's daytime so you can start it. And then once you start it, you can lasso the horse, just like any other of the Bonnie missions where you learned how to do this. And you want to get on the horse. And just like last time, you'll have to break the horse by balancing on it. Again, my suggestion is to watch John's belt buckle. If it's leaning to the left, push right. If it's leaning to the right, push left. And just keep doing that until the horse is broken. Once the horse is broken, you can go ahead and jump over the fence or the gate or whatever and ride it over to the barn here. And once you do that, you'll get some money, and that will be the job completed. So that is job 1 of 5, horse breaking at Ridgewood Farm. So from there, we're going to head east out of the farm for a stranger task. Now, here's where you're going to need the medicine. You want to ride up to Jenny here. Probably don't almost run her over. You want to talk to her, and then you'll get a cutscene, and you want to turn around and immediately talk to her again and give her the medicine. And that will be another stranger task completed. Now from here, we're going to head back to Armadillo to post Sam's letter and complete the California stranger task. So once you're here, you can head inside the post office here and deliver Sam's letter. And that will be Treasure Hunter Scrap 2 of 6. I think it's actually number 1 on the scrap list, but it's our second one for the Treasure Hunter outfit. So, and a stranger task completed. Don't accidentally run over a lawman like I do here and have to run away from the law and get a $20 bounty on your head. But after that, you can run over to Cooch Chapel, if you have a bounty, you can get it off you, and then talk to Alma Horlick right here. And she'll tell you that she is missing her husband or something like that for her wedding or something like that, I'm not sure. But after that, before you go back to do her mission, you want to head into the chapel, and in this back right corner, you want to loot this chest. And that is another outfit objective, but it's not for one of the outfits that are required for the 100%. So feel free to not do that, but might as well. I don't know. I like the outfit, so I'm going to do those objectives. Now, I went ahead and marked Armadillo here, but before you do that, right here, instead of turning left to go to Armadillo, you want to turn right and go up this ridge here. I had to cut this in because I forgot to do it. When you want to come up here and turn around the corner here and come talk to Andrew here. Once you talk to him, you get a little cutscene where you're talking to him, and they'll tell you to visit Pleasant's house. And now you can go to Armadillo. And once you're here in Armadillo, you can head into the saloon and walk up to the piano player here. It'll automatically start a cutscene when you talk to him. And then you want to immediately turn around and give him $5 to find where Peter's location is. And that will be the end of the episode for now. So thanks for tuning in. And make sure you tune into the next one. See you.